Hello, brothers and sisters. Last time we talked, I told you about 3 of the excuses that I used in the past that held me back, and I offered you some hope and some possible encouragement to fight past those things. Well, I want to offer today 2 additional excuses that I really have held near and dear to my heart, and they have caused me to stifled. Lord, I can't get it out today. They've stifled my growth. So the first one that I want to talk about is the paralysis of analysis. It's not a new thing. People have heard about this for a while, but paralysis of analysis, and that means, if you've not heard of it, that you analyze something for so long that you get stuck in that place, always trying to think of how you're going to do it and what you need, and you can plan and plan and plan and plan until you can't plan anymore, and then you still try to figure out things and ways that you can improve. But the issue with this is that you get stuck in that planning phase and you never move from planning to action. They say the worst thing is a plan that's never acted upon. So if you just have a plan and you never move into action, then you've wasted your time, you've wasted your energy, because it's not producing anything. And for me, that meant just always trying to make sure, like one of the other things, make sure like it's perfect, make sure that everything is just the way that I want it to be. And like I said last time, it never will be exactly perfect. But you have to get over that analysis, the paralysis of analysis, and just do it. Just stop analyzing. If you're a thinker like me, now there are some people that do and then they don't think about it. They act first and then think later. So I'm not talking to you. Maybe you need to stop and think a little bit more. But for people that are like me, that are analytical, that are always in your head way, way, way too much, then for you, I encourage you that you move out of your own way. You stop thinking so much, and once you've had a plan and you've thought about it as much as you could, not even as much as you can, because again, that puts you back in that cycle, that vicious cycle. But once you have figured out something, a plan of action, go for it. Do it. Try it out. And then once you make that first step and you move toward that goal, then you can take back and analyze again. But at least you've started the flow. And when you start to produce things, you start to move forward in the action, then you can have something to analyze. You can see, okay, this is not working, or this is working. So then you can continue on and improve. But again, you have to take that first step and stop analyzing so much where you get stuck in that place. And this is going to be a short video today. And the second thing, first one, paralysis of analysis. The second one is, what will people think? What will people think? People can have you going crazy if you're trying to impress people, if you're worried about what people think. It is very scary to put yourself out there, because the more people that see you, the more people will criticize you, but the more people that will love you. So don't worry about what people think, because people are going to talk. As the song says, haters are going to hate no matter what you do. I remember back when I was in elementary school, I believe, and I was a quiet person. I didn't talk to many people, and I was just quiet. It wasn't any particular reason. But my brother is one of my classmates, I believe he was, and he knew my brother, and he told my brother maybe a year or so later that I was so mean. And I was like, mean? How am I mean? I never even talked to people. How am I mean? But he contrived that my being quiet and to myself meant that I was mean. So I learned from that no matter what you do, even if you, with your best intentions, somebody's going to talk about you, somebody's going to have something negative to say, somebody's going to whatever. So you have to just continue on and don't worry about what people think, because who cares? The people that love you will love you. The people that don't won't. And that's that. But I'm learning as I go along that the people that you're supposed to reach, the people that are God, I would say God is calling you to, they will receive you. And even those haters sometimes, they might not receive you right then, but later they might see, And I even venture to say that sometimes they hate you because they're a little bit jealous of you, they're envious, they want what you have. So don't worry about your haters, don't worry about what people think. Go ahead and do it anyway. Move out of your own way. That was just what I had to do, even with these videos. Stop worrying about who's gonna like me, or if I'm putting myself out there, I'm exposing myself, I'm showing a side of me, and that means people might talk about me and critique me. Maybe in my next video, I'll talk about building up your self-esteem, because that's another area that is very important to self-love and self-growth and to moving into purpose and all of these important things. So again, as I close, just to remind you that it is so important that you get over whatever these excuses, and I've listed 3 in the last video and 2 in this one, the paralysis of analysis. I always mix that up. Paralysis of analysis, and then worrying about what people think. But remember that there's somebody out there somewhere that is waiting for you. So if you get to that point where you're so focused on yourself that you can't move forward, just think there are 5, 10, hundreds, thousands of people out there waiting to hear what you have to say, waiting to hear the voice that God has given you, waiting to be inspired, and only you will be able to speak to them, but they will never hear. And some people might die if they don't hear the message that you have to give. So when you put it in perspective like that, if people talk, hey, they're going to talk. People don't like you, they're not going to like you. But is it worth it if you reach that 1, 2, 5, 10 people that you're supposed to reach? If you save a life by your encouragement, by whatever it is that you feel that God is calling you to do, are those people worth more than the criticism? I encourage you to go forth, no more excuses, to do what it is that you feel called to do. And as I close again, just a reminder to, if you like this video and you want more of it, just to push that like button and to comment below. Again, like I said last time, if you have some excuses that have stifled you that I have not mentioned, then I encourage you to list those excuses below in the comments field, and to also write down #NoMoreExcuses, because I believe together we can encourage each other and we can all begin to move into our own greatness. But we can only do that by no more excuses, not allowing those excuses to hold us back anymore. So I thank you again for listening, and until next time, be blessed.